Recording is rolling. It is Friday, February 16th. We're gonna finish this treasure sieve. It's gonna be kind of a tight fit. I'm gonna keep kind of a fast clip today, so do your best to keep along with me. But if you do, you'll have a completed sieve at the end of the day. You can take your cup of treasure that's on your desk, your sandy treasure, pour it through, and it will separate it out. The big treasure from the medium treasure, from the small treasure from the sand, it'll all separate out. Okay. You guys remember yesterday I gave you your next quiz, thermo materials, so that's due on Tuesday, next time I see you. If anybody needs me to sign any signatures for schedules, let me know. I can still sign those. All right, here we go. So if you kept pace with me yesterday, then here's what you should have at this point. All right, so everybody got their stuff? All right, as long as you guys are making this, you get points in the butt. So yesterday we made the shell, and we made these cylinder spacers. Okay. I did tell you to make them 10.8 centimeters long. If I could rewind the clock, I would have gone with 14 centimeters, but that's okay. We'll make this work. I'll show you guys just a size dot modification I would do, right? Because it realized how you guys build a little bit different from in the past, but that's all right. That'll work. So all we gotta do is make 3 sieve layers, and yeah, pop it together and be good to go. Right, so you need 2 pages of cardstock each. You guys got 2 new pages of cardstock? You guys got 2 pages of cardstock. All right, so we're gonna do hamburger fold. Hamburger fold. Let's do a hamburger fold. For each one. Hamburger fold, hamburger fold. All right, you guys got some hamburger folds? Okay. All right, now what I do is go back and forth and cut along each of those creases. Well, I'm going to tear. You can tear or cut with your scissors if you like. Get some hamburger halves. Hamburger halves. All right. Now, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 hamburger halves. Now, while you guys are catching up to there, show you guys a little side thought, because we need to build these sieve layers. Now, this orange model from past years, in the past, I had students do hot dog halves, and it makes this really good accordion size. You can, well, you can stretch up like an accordion and make a really good sieve layer, right? Oh, now I realized, oh yeah, okay, right. I realized earlier today, yeah, if I had you roll 14 centimeter cylinders yesterday, it would have been perfect. It would have locked in. Okay? So instead, last class, I said, well, what if I try this? What if I do hamburger halves instead? Because this will actually lock in better. Right? So it works too. Right? So from last class, I went with this this hamburger half. Okay? So it's a little bit different from the past, but it will be just as effective, and it will lock in with your 10.8 centimeter long cylinder. So all good. We're gonna be all good. So I need to. No, 3 of these, we're going to do 3 layer sieve, right? So 3 sieve layers. Okay? I need 3 of these. The 4th page put to the side, we'll use that later. But these 3, I need to fold up like accordions. So I need 16ths. So I'm going to fold, so you do a hamburger half there. Okay. Fold each half and half. That'll give you quarters. Quarter. Okay. So now I have quarters. Hey, so it's starting to look kind of like that similar, right? Fold each of those in half to get 8. Okay, so you need, okay, so rewind. If you have all you need today, in addition to your materials from yesterday, right? You need 2 new cardstock pages, right? You folded each of those in half hamburger style, and then cut those so that you have 4 of these hamburger halves. Now, one of those put to the side, and the other 3, I'm gonna fold back and forth into 16ths. So I'm working my way towards 16ths. So right now I'm getting 8, Get an 8. So, okay, so there's 8, which might be able to do the job itself, actually. Right, but I'm gonna go one more step. I'm gonna make 16ths out of this. 16ths. So fold each of these in half. All right, let's try this accordion trick here. So I kind of accordionize this. Oh yeah. There's one Sieve layer starting to merge. Right. We're gonna go ahead and do the other 2 like that before I cut holes in those. So there's 1 down, 2 to go. All right, next one. There's half. There's quarters. There's 8. Right, and 1 more set of foldings to get 16. There's 16ths. I go back and accordionize it. Boom. There's 2 Sieve layers about to be coming together. And the 3rd Sieve layer. There's half. There's quarters. There's 8. And there's 16. Let's go back and forth and accordionize it. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So getting 3. This is going to become sieve layers. Okay. Now, if you look at my orange model, again, this one's a little bit different style, but same premise. Right. Just turn it 90 degrees. I've got a here. See how it's going to go together. So this is going to become the top sieve layer. Notice it has pretty big size holes, so that like this will be able to capture the large treasure. Like if I put in some large treasure here, that can't get through the holes. The large treasure can't get through the holes, right? But I bet the medium-sized treasure and the small treasure in the sand can get through, right? And so that's what that's gonna be good for. Right? And then each layer beneath that's gonna have smaller holes. Notice those holes are all in like the valleys. You guys see there's like mountain peaks and valleys. You guys see how all the holes are in the valleys, right? Okay, so now I know which side is up and which side is down on this accordion sieve layer, right? Right, so if I flip it upside down, hey, that's where the feet are. Right, you guys see I glue these feet in here. And so how's this? Right, so here's an upside down layer. So we're looking at like from down below, looking up. Right, view. Right, upside down. Okay. Okay, so it looks like I have a couple of just little rectangles that I fold in half and square glued in there. Okay. So that is what we're going to use this last hamburger half for. I can get 8 feet out of this, and you really only need 6, right? 2, 4, 6, right? 2 feet on each of your 3 sieve layers. So I'm going to get 8 out of this. So there's going to be a couple of spare feet. So make a hot dog fold on this extra page. Hot dog. Boom. Okay. Then unfold that. Now that crease you just made, we're eventually going to cut. I'm going to go back and hamburger fold in half, and then fold that in half to get quarters widthwise. Right. Now if I unfold this, I'm keeping track here. Okay. Looks like I have 8 panels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I see 8 panels. Okay. And all those creases that I fold so far, I'm going to cut along. So that could give me 8 feet. And you need 6, you'll have a couple spare. It could be 8 feet right here. Okay. But something else I know is I'm eventually going to fold those in half and stick them in these sieve layers to glue them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make those extra folds right now. Extra folds. All right, folds. All right. And these folds that I'm making right now, I'm not going to cut. Right, the 2 folds I'm doing right now, doing a couple extra folds that I'm keeping in mind, I'm not going to cut. More important later. All right, there we go. Boom, boom. All right, so I unfold this. All right, it looks like 4x4, 16. Right, but remember, it's really 8 feet that I'm going to get out of this, and then they're each going to be folded in half. Okay, split in half. All right, so pull along this hot dog line, or tear along this hot dog line. Boom. And then each of these. So there are 8 feet. 8 feet I got out of that. 8 feet. Boom, 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 boom. Right. But you only need 6. So there's a couple spare feet. Right. So let's clear some of the stuff off here. To the side. Right. Next thing I'm going to do is glue all the feet in place. And then I'll go back and cut the holes in the sieve. And then pop the whole thing together and pour through my treasure sand. So one of these layers. Okay. Now remember, I know, see, I got kind of like mountains and valleys. I'm going to flip this upside down. So flip that upside down. Okay. So dab of glue. Dab of glue. And take each of these feet. Get in there. Scrunch this together. Press and hold it, or make sure, I guess if you press together, you can make sure they're aligned. They're pretty well centered. That looks pretty good right there. Okay. Now I know those cylindrical spacers are going to fit in like right there and there. It's upside down, right? About there. Where's my cylindrical spacers? Like one's going to fit right here. One's going to fit right here. That's what we're going to do. All right, press that. I think it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good right there. Right. So you leave that to the side to dry. Okay, that's upside down. That's an upside down sieve layer. Now, next one. Okay, so this is right side up. So flip it upside down. Same thing. Couple of dabs of glue. Take a couple of feet. Scrunch this together. All right, make sure the center. All right, press and hold that for a few seconds. All right, leave that to finish drying. There's going to be second sieve layer. My third sieve layer right here. Here's right side up. Flip it upside down. Dabs of glue. Couple of feet. All right, slide this into place. That looks good. So aligned and pretty well centered. All right, press and hold that. All right. So there's 3 upside down layers. Okay, now look at my model. So this orange model. Okay. See my top layer, of course, has the large holes in it. Okay. A couple of model layer cylinder spacers. Okay. Here's the next layer down. There's like medium-sized holes. Right. Now the sand is going to go through this medium-sized holes. I bet if there's any tiny treasure will go through it, right? But the medium-sized treasure is going to be caught by this middle sieve, right? And then I can have one sieve below that that has even smaller size holes, just to let the sand through and maybe capture any tiny treasures. Tiny treasures. Yeah. All right, so that's what I'm going for. Put that together off camera over here. Okay. All right, so I bet this one's pretty close to dry by now. I'm gonna leaving this upside down. So see with the feet up, so I know it's upside down. Here's where I want to cut the holes, so that when I flip it back correctly right side up, the holes are gonna all be in the valleys, okay, which is exactly where I want them. Okay. Right, so this is gonna be my large size holes. Large size. Right, bam. Right. Okay, I'm gonna do like a 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2 pattern. Again, do what you like. Looking for large size holes. Size holes. All right, there's top sieve layer right there. Top sieve layer. So that, ooh, wonder if ooh, okay, yeah. That looks like good sized holes that I'll be able to hold. Again, like the big treasure isn't going to be able to get through, but everything else. So this will capture all my big treasure. All my big treasure. Okay. Okay, so that aside, let's go. How about the middle sieve should have medium size holes. Okay, so I'm looking for medium size holes right here. Same thing. Here's like upside down. I'm holding this. Okay. So medium size holes. Here's my middle layer, medium size. So that should be able to hold the medium sized treasure. All right, all the little tiny treasures, and the sand's gonna go through that one. And the bottom layer sieve. So cut little holes in this one, just to let whatever sand makes it down here go through. If it can, let the sand through. All right, and then there you go. There's going to be the bottom sieve layer. The holes line up in the valleys. Oh, good. Oh, good so far. Very good. All right. And now I'm ready to pop this all together. So from yesterday, here's the shell and the cylinders. Okay. Okay. So see these cylinders. Let's see. Well, if you pop them in so they're just flush with your box, that should be your 10.8 centimeters. 10.8 centimeters you're going for. Okay. So let this go all the way down to the bottom. Sides. Boom. Right. So you guys see down there? Here, down there at the bottom. Right. Then take your bottom sieve layer, scrunch this up. Right. See where those spacers are. Gonna push this down so it goes right here. You guys see, like right there? Right. Then let that go up. Spread that out. Right. Then shake that out. And look, it's locked in place. Right? It's locked in place because the spacers and the feet on the sieve layer all lock in place. Right. Right. And then just do that all the way up. And so next couple of cylinder spacers. Boom, boom, right there. Here's the next couple of cylinder spacers. Okay, so yeah, the small holes go on the bottom, medium holes in the middle, and then the large holes on top. Right? So here's the medium size hole. Right? Take those feet, put them between the cylinder spacers, let it spread out. Okay, shake that out. Right. There it is. Right. So now that is locked in place. Right. Locked in place. You can shake it around. Right. Nothing's moving. It's all locked in place there. Right. Then last couple of cylinders. Boom, boom. Right. This are right there. Then the top layer with the large holes. Large holes. Scrunch this up. Set this right here. Spread this out. Right. There we go. Right. Looks pretty good. Pretty good right there. Pretty good. Right. So now, where's the treasure? Okay. All right, ready to try this out. All right, you guys ready to try this out? Okay. All right, so take this treasure, just treasure right here, treasure, okay, and pour this through. Yeah, there you go. Okay. All right, give this thing a shake. Ooh, look at that. All the big treasures sieved out. So you guys see a couple of treasures you want to keep, you can do that. Otherwise, yeah, after you sieved it out, if you're finished, you can dump everything back in that plastic cup and yeah, next year's treasure. All right, so here, if I take that layer out, you guys know the medium-sized treasure is going to be beneath that, right? And then the small treasure beneath that, and then the sand all the way to the bottom. There you go. All right, treasure sieve. All right, so I'm gonna wrap up the video right about here. We got a few minutes of class left. Walk around and see how you guys doing. And you guys remember quiz due Monday or Tuesday? Yeah, that's right. 3-day weekend.